Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jacqueline and in today's video I'm bringing you my reviews, some first impressions, application on some of the most high tap clean beauty products, including this Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint and the Kosas Concealer. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider to subscribe to my channel and ring that post notification bell so you get to know whenever I upload new videos. Also, come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see if these products are worth the hype and if they will work well on mature skin over 40, then just keep on watching. Honestly, I'm excited to try these clean beauty products. Now, the word clean, to me personally, I think it is a great marketing strategy. That word that kind of like caught your attention because this is clean and what happened with all the rest? They are non-clean? No, it's not that. Basically, they stay away of certain ingredients that quote unquote, they could be perhaps irritating to the skin, but I mean, it's up on debate because certain ingredients, they have been used for many years, and there's so many studies that actually have shown their efficacy. But anyhow, I didn't came here to talk to you about chemistry or anything like that, but I want to just give it a go, give it a try to these products, and one of them is something that really caught my attention. Actually, I think it was 2 weeks ago or something like that. Before all this craziness started, I was at my local Sephora and I saw this Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint, and it really caught my attention. Now, when you go to Sephora online, it says that it's a foundation, but right here it doesn't say anywhere that these should be marketed as a foundation, but yet Sephora is marketing it as a foundation. Okay, it is a serum that has a tint and it also has SPF 40. Okay, and why is kind of like intriguing to me? Because it has some of the products that I use in daily basis for my skincare routine. One of them is niacinamide or vitamin B3. And honestly, if it wasn't for using niacinamide, in particular the one from Paula's Choice, that's the one that I use, I have seen great improvement on the appearance of my enlarged pores. And that's one of the many benefits of niacinamide. Aside to that, it also contains hyaluronic acid. Now, hyaluronic acid, it seems to be that magical ingredient, the boom ingredient that everybody has hold on tight to market each of their beauty products. I mean, it's been seen used even on lip glosses, lipsticks, and whatnot. And what hyaluronic acid does is retains moisture on your skin, which that is extremely important for everybody, not only for those who have dry skin like mine, but as well for those who have oily skin. Because if you have oily skin, is because your skin is trying to factor out that is losing that hydration on your skin. This product also have squalane. Now, squalane is a chemical component which is based on squalene, which squalene is an oil that we produce, but with the years the production of it is less. And now squalane, it is an oil that prevents the transepidermal water loss of your skin. So it actually acts like a sealant. And not only that, but it's also known that it's antibacterial. And that's something that is being shown on clean products, that it's kind of like that point of like, okay, these clean products usually they may go bad a lot faster than other products that, for example, use parabens or other ingredients that will keep them at a stable level to get bad or create bacteria in them. So having squalane is kind of like a little bonus right there as an antibacterial agent. Now, squalane is also great for those who have sensitive skin. I am one of them, and it's also non-comedogenic. Aside to that, the sunscreen that this product offers it's a mineral sunscreen, which is zinc oxide 12%. So now we know that mineral sunscreens, they usually leave you a white cast, and they are really heavy and hard to kind of like spread around. And this aside to have that skin tint has all these benefits. So I mean, I don't want to go on and on and on forever with this product, but that's what it makes me excited about it. Aside to that, I have picked up also this Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer. Not that I need another concealer, but hey, this is a clean beauty type of first impressions, try on kind of a deal. And then I went ahead and also purchased Lawless, the little one eyeshadow palette, and this RMS Beauty Living Luminizer Glow Quad. I also bought this Ilia multi-stick blush, and I also got something from Tower 28, which I have heard the greatest things about this brand right here. I wish my local store had a blush from them, but they didn't. This is all what they had, and it's a lip jelly. And the shade that I got is called Matira ST11, and it has an expiration date right here on the bottom that says 12 December 2021. Now this product is made here in United States. Okay, and here's the bottle. It says to shake well before using it, and it comes with 1 fluid ounces or 30 mLs. I know it costs $46. And then the packaging is not glass, it seems like it's a hard plastic. And the way that I'm going to use it is going to be applying it with my hands, because that's the way that at least I will apply my skincare, and that's the way I wanted to treat it. And yes, definitely, you know, you want to give it a really good shake. Now this product also comes in 18 different shades, which you may think, well, that's not a lot if thinking it on the point of foundations, and I agree with that, because I feel like a foundation should have at least 30 different shades. 40 is kind of like the ideal point, just on my, you know, humble point of view. But for being a serum, I think 18 shades is a good start, because I don't think you will achieve like a full coverage, or you know, with this type of product. Should I do that Instagram thing? Okay. Okay. Now you may be wondering what I have right now on my skin, and honestly, I mean, I just wash my skin and I put a little bit of like skin toner, and that's it. I don't have anything else, because I know squalane is going to be more of a moisturizer factor, and I don't want to double up on certain ingredients like the niacinamide, because although it's good, I don't think that piling up on the same products too much is going to be beneficial. It actually can be the opposite if you just overdo on certain products, and you don't want to cause damage instead of, you know, causing any good to your skin. Now as far as sunscreen goes, I think you need plenty and a lot more of whatever I'm using right now, so I may use a sunscreen before applying these products. So I mean, it's a good concept, but I'm very aware that the best skincare product for anybody is honestly your sunscreen. My skin looks pretty glowy. Now it's not greasy, because when you think about an oil, you immediately kind of think like, okay, this is gonna be a greasy mess. It's not greasy. It's glowy, but it's not greasy. Okay, now this opinion comes from somebody that have dry skin, sensitive skin, and a person also that has a lot of freckles. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. But yeah, I'm a freckly girl, and I do have a lot of like some spots right here, and I do have mature skin, so you have fine lines and wrinkles and all that jazz. So, and some enlarged pores as well, but they have been diminished by my niacinamide by Paula's Choice. I have to give credit to that, but I mean, pores are not going to disappear. Okay, let's just be honest right there. Okay, so I think this is as much coverage perhaps as I will get. I use, after all, maybe a full-on pipette. I'm gonna use just a dash more because I see a little bit of my redness peeking through right on this side. And right here too. And whatever's left, I'm just gonna put it up and kind of target it. But don't think that this is gonna give you the greatest coverage of all. Now the Kosas concealer comes in 16 shades and it costs $28, which is pretty average for a concealer. I got it in the shade 05, which it says right here on Sephora's website that it is a medium with golden undertones. And usually I like to get a concealer that have more of a peachy undertone, just because, as you can tell, I have very dark under eye circles and I like to kind of like counteract that color and kind of color correct. Mostly if I'm gonna use something like this Ilia serum that is not really a foundation, it doesn't have a lot of coverage, it's not even like a CC cream either, so don't feel that way. But they didn't have another one, and you know what, I don't know if I got the correct one because it looks very light for my skin tone. I do have a light to medium skin tone with some golden undertones, so I don't know, hopefully, let's see. So let me show you the packaging, which I actually think is very millennial like. I actually like it, and let's see the doe foot applicator. Okay, it's kind of like your typical paddle type of applicator. I don't know why I'm smelling the concealer, but by the way, the Ilia serum doesn't have any scent, or at least not like a strong scent that I will be like, be cautious of. Okay, now because I do have these dark circles, I like to use a brush to spread it. So I'm going to be using this Pat McGrath brush. Now you can use obviously, you know, a sponge, whatever you feel is best, but I'm trying to keep as much coverage as possible. Okay, and the concealer seems to be one of those kind of hydrating type of concealers. Now going back here to the Sephora's website, it says that the concealer is supposed to have a medium coverage, which I agree is radiant, absolutely is radiant creamy. Well, it's a cream formula, but it's a little bit more liquidy. It's not a thick cream, kind of like the Hourglass, not like that at all. And the highlighted ingredients here is arnica, which, I mean, in my country, I'm from Peru by the way, we use arnica so much for many years. It's a botanical extract that supports a skin natural healing process, and that's true. For example, if you're an athlete, you can use arnica for like sores on your skin, or you know, like tender muscles, etc. Now it does have caffeine, which it helps visibly brighten under eyes. Those kind of attributes, usually they are safe for kind of like an immediate type of result, but it goes away as soon as you wash the product. And it also have peptides to support natural collagen. So we see all these, again, skincare benefits in all of these products. I mean, at least the complexion products. Okay, I'm gonna be using just a little bit more because in person I honestly can still see my under eye dark circles. And mostly nowadays, because although right now we are all practicing social distancing and I'm trying to stay here at home with my children, I mean, that doesn't mean that I have a good night's sleep. I'm still thinking about what's next on everything. So I'm not sleeping really well, to be honest with you, and therefore my under eye circles, they are a little bit more notorious than usual. Okay, I'm using whatever is remaining of the concealer just to cover up a little bit of that redness that I have around my nose. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, and I want to go ahead and try the little one by Lawless. I had really been wanting for the bigger palette, but I don't know, I just decided, okay, you know, let's go for something little, something that is travel friendly, just to try the brand and see how it goes. So, and I'm gonna be using first my Sonia G Blender Pro brush, and I'm gonna be using this shade right here. So I know we're all killing time right now. This video is put up just for us to, you know, again, just kill some time and let pass this quarantine. So I would love to know how you guys doing. I hope you're doing well. Let me know, like, do you have children or your children also at home? How are you finding, you know, homeschooling them? I have a background of homeschooling my children. I homeschool my oldest kids. I have done it for a couple of years, and you know, I'm used to, at the same time, you know, is again kind of getting adjusted to what your current living was, to go back into that homeschooling situation. Plus, I didn't homeschool my toddler, my little one, Andrea, who you guys know if you have seen her in my last couple of videos. And yeah, little Andrea, she's here and she's doing well. You know, she's a trooper. I mean, for not being able to go outside to parks or, you know, anywhere pretty much. So yeah, I haven't been uploading much because aside to, you know, taking care of my businesses, and I know who, if you're a subscriber of mine, you know what I have been going through with the restaurants. My mom, you know that she had a kidney surgery, and then she left out of the hospital, but then she's fighting again another infection on her kidney, so she was back in the hospital through ER a couple days ago. So has been quite a bit of a stress situation here on this side, but first God, everything will go well. So I think perhaps I will use this shade, could be something different, and I'm just gonna use my finger to do this, trying to keep up with things as they come. And then as you may have heard, in the hospitals they don't let you in if you are not a patient, so there's no, they don't allow visitors. And my mother, she only speaks Spanish. She understands a little bit of English, but she doesn't speak it. She's 79 right now, so it has been quite a journey, I will have to say. But you know, I have faith that everything will go well. I'm gonna be using this shade right here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit right in the middle, kind of to create a halo effect. Yeah, so quite a journey, but we're all on these, right? So I would love to know, how are you doing? Are you hanging tight in there? What else you're doing to, you know, make of your day going a little bit faster and make it feel kind of quote-unquote normal. So I'm just using this Sonia G flat definer brush. I love it for doing this kind of like detail work. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use this referral 03 brush, and I'm gonna be using the shade right here for my inner corner, and then also for my brow bone. Okay, looking up close, honestly, that concealer is not creasing. It looks kind of wet, so it's very, very dewy, and as you can see, it's very reflective. You can see the divots under my eyes, like boom, right there, but you know, it's not creasing, which I'm surprised of. And you know what? I start seeing a little bit of the tint to kind of dry in certain areas. It's just, it seems like it's setting, but I think perhaps I will end up using a setting powder. And listen, I have dry skin. I tend to do not like setting powders, but on this case I feel like I have certain areas that they look just a little too dewy. And you know what? This mascara here is also great for your under eye lashes. And I like it because you have one side it looks like a comb, and the other side is more like a regular brush. So the brush is kind of multi-purpose to brush and separate, and then to give volume and cover your lashes. Now don't expect, like, I love my Givenchy mascara, or even like if you like the Too Faced mascara, the Better Than Sex, that one, you know, it will give you a lot more volume and all of that. This is something a little bit more natural, and more than volume, it gives the length to the lashes. Now, do I have a bronzer? Oh yeah, here. This RMS Beauty Living Luminizer Glow Quad. And these have an expiration of 9 months. I mean, it's a tiny size. It's nothing big, as you can tell. And it has a bronzer right here. Let me just see. I don't know if this will bronze up my face though. Well, maybe a little. Maybe a little. Ooh. Okay, this is not a bronzer. Fail. You know what? This is kind of reddish in tone. I don't feel like this is a bronzer for my skin tone. Okay, I'm just trying it with this Referral number 04 brush. You know what? It has some reddish undertone to it. It feels more of like a blush than an actual bronzer. Okay, it's right there. Okay, and then let me go with this All of Me Multi-Stick by Ilia. And this is a blush. And this is like a very pretty kind of like rose tone color. I'm gonna go back to this RMS Living Luminizer Glow Quad. And I'm going to be using a little bit of both highlighters with my Laura Mercier Cheek Color brush. I actually like this color right here more. It's called Magic Luminizer. So I just want to kind of calm down a little bit the glow. I'm going to be using this Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder by Lawless. I'm just doing kind of like the T-zone right here where are my enlarged pores, but honestly I'm impressed about that concealer that is not creasing. It's really good. And now for something that I'm really excited to try is this Tower 28. Seems like it's a lip gloss. It's called Lip Jelly, and the shade that I got is Fire. Now wait until you see it. Oh, it's orange. It's fire. And I mean, I think orange, it's a big trend right now. I mean, we have seen it with Hermes lipsticks and their collection, and now these and other brands too. They had to come out with beautiful orange shades for the lips. So, and I know I'm not using any type of lip liner right now. I just wanted something really simple. I mean, where I'm going, nowhere. I'm staying here at home. So, whatever. My lips are very pigmented. They are very, very pigmented. So, I can still see my lip color. And the formula is not thick. It's a thin formula too. So, that's nice. And it doesn't have, at least, no scent that I can say I can smell. Yeah, no. Okay friends, so here it is. Now I feel like I need a little bit more blush. I don't know, I just have the feeling that I need something extra. So let's just give it a go. Okay friends, so let me wrap up this video with just a little bit of like my first impressions, first thoughts about it, about this serum right here. I think it's a really nice concept. Obviously I will have to keep trying it more. I have to obviously be outside and see if it really give me the protection that I want from an SPF. Also thinking that, you know, your SPF, you have to reapply it, and let's be honest, having makeup on is not the easiest way to do it. There's setting sprays and even powders that they do have SPF, and if you have to wear makeup, it's a really good way for, you know, reapplying it over makeup. But I mean, this is I think a nice concept. It hasn't completely dried down. I think if you have dry skin, you will like it. If you have combo or oily skin, you're gonna find out that you are gonna want to definitely powder down a little bit of the areas. I do have dry skin, and I still feel like some areas they just look a little bit too glowy for my like, and I just powder it down just a little, as you saw in this video. But other than that, I mean, the skin looks healthy. It doesn't have much coverage. It's something just very minimal. It's just a tint. That's what it is, even less than a CC type of cream. Now for the concealer, I think it's a very natural concealer. It does have a medium coverage. It remains with that radiance, but what I'm really impressed of is, at least for the time being that I did my makeup, I didn't find out that the concealer was creasing under my eyes, which is something really impressive because I do have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. Now, it will not cancel my dark circles, and I know that pretty much with every concealer, exception for three that I have found out in pretty much my entire life applying makeup that they do so. But if you have dark under eye circles, usually you have to color correct. That's the end of the story right there. And as far as the eyeshadow goes, I really love it. I think when things come back to normal and I can allow myself, I would love to purchase the large eyeshadow palette from Lawless, because it's just, I think it's a beautiful formula. It looks very, I mean, it blended super easy. The colors are just so beautiful, and like I said, they are not too heavy. You know, even like the metallic shades, sometimes metallic shades on people like me that we have mature eyelids, or that you have too many folds on your eyelids, sometimes they can look crackly and and age you. This is not the case at all and whatsoever. I like the blush, although I will say it looks dark in the tube. Is not as dark as when you apply it, which is good because you can actually build on, and it looks very pretty, very natural. Cream products are just so beautiful. As far as this lip gloss goes, it doesn't feel sticky or too oily or too just messy. I will say if you have lips like mine that they are very pigmented, you may want to go first. If you want this color to show, is perhaps just apply a lip liner that it kind of neutralizes a little bit the color on my lips, and then go over with this friend right here. And then the mascara, I have tried before and I like it. Now, the only product that I'm so is this little quad right here. It's not that I fully dislike it. I really didn't like the bronzer. I don't feel like it really bronzed up my face as I wanted it. It has too much reddish and even somewhat of like a cooler tone to it that is not my favorite one. And out of all the highlighters, upon just swatching them and even applying this from here, this will just give you kind of like a little kind of like wet look, but without being really wet. I think the only one that saved the day from this squad is this right here, which is the Magic Luminizer. That's the only one that I like, so I perhaps will rather have a full-on Magic Luminizer by itself instead of this squad, although this is good if you want to try the brand. I think we covered it all. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, leave your comments down below if you have tried out any of these products, or if there are any products from Clean Beauty that you will suggest for me to try, or others. And if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will consider to subscribe to my channel, ring the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I hope that you stay healthy, well, and thank you so much for making me company right here. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.